Now the reason why you can't see anything is because she was below the phone, and now what's happening is that we've moved her above the phone, and we have to modify the actual kind of value of this reflection. You can unlink this stuff. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's fine. Just want to make sure about something. You see, you can, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change the actual layer style itself, just to make sure, you know, to transparency. So we're going to go back into Photoshop, and you can go in here to normal, you can do a multiply, and it's going to multiply the colors together. You can do a screen, you can do a soft light, you can do a hard light. All depends on what you want. I'm going to do a soft light, so it kind of, you get the information inside there as well. So once that's done, oh, and by the way, these things come linked, the masks, but you can unlink it, and then if you select on the girl itself, you can move her inside this image. So you might want to get, you know, if you get her too close like that, it might kind of look weird, so you can adjust her inside. You can maybe actually distort, like so. So actually get a reflection going on that's a bit more true. It really depends what you want to do. So once that's set up, we're going to link that back together just in case we want to move anything around. So there you go, we're getting close. So once that's finished up, we're going to save this again. And actually I got to turn all this stuff back on. There we go, that's better. So once this is saved, I'm going to go back to Illustrator, and you're going to see, notice now, once this is saved, it says, hey, some files are missing or modified in the links panel. Would you like to update them now? Sure, I will. It's going to automatically update stuff. Why? Because it's linked to the actual Photoshop file itself. So once we have this kind of stuff established, we're going to start setting some text here, and I'm going to lock this image down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a text box in Illustrator. There's two different ways to set text. You can actually just click and like type, or you can draw the text box. And the text box, the text is constrained, so it works much better for you. I'm going to actually set the color of this text to, I'm going to pull from some imagery here. I think maybe like a hot pink would work well. Number one, because I've already done it that way. Number two, it just seems to match and kind of like appeal to the feminine side and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to pull in some hot pink for this cool undulating waves, which I'm going to show you in a second as well. So I'm going to go back to, yeah, we're shuffling around here. Go back to Illustrator, and I'm going to type in my text. I'm going to get my colors going on here. I'll just cancel that because all I want is 100% magenta. And make sure I'm actually in the text box itself. Make this thing huge. And it all depends what font you pick as well, by the way. Fonts are just as important as color and anything else. So I'm going to bring that down. There we go, love at first sight. Well, not bad. What I want to do is maybe set this into a different font that's kind of nicer. So actually I'm going to go back and get my beautiful Shift font pack that I have. Beta Sans is the one that I used. Got this from Smashing Magazine. It's really a good website. Check it out. So once that's been activated, where is it? Beta Sans. We'll go bold. Maybe normal. That's better. Gonna center that thing. Get her all centered up. Here we go, love at first sight, and I can drag this down a bit. And then we want to throw in some space down here for text. Actually, I'm confused. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. We're going to make this text smaller, right? So we got to make this nice and small. Text goes here, and a good place to get text, I mean, if you're using the fake out ad, you know, get some text from the website. That's what I did. That's where I got the text for, you know, this example here. So actually I'm going to go ahead and try to open this guy up if I can. I'm just going to copy and paste. This was taken right off of the website. So this is it, because it looks nice in the PDF. It's so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to snag, if I can, all this text. Put that, go back to Illustrator. There we go. Left align it. So now we've got some text to work with, and I'm going to kind of kick this down a notch or two. I want to kind of make sure it lines up, and then you'd want to get the Samsung logo. So actually I think I've got that kicking around here. This is the actual Illustrator file. I opened this up and I just traced it, so you know, don't be making illegal stuff. This is strictly for educational purposes. Just want to point that out. So then we go back in here, and we're gonna make a new layer. Notice I make layers for everything. Why? It's just easier that way. Organizes things. Interesting. I made a duplicate. Kind of looks good like that too, doesn't it? I'm gonna bring that down over there. Bring that over there for right now. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to, it's a little rough, I'll line that up, is you're going to want to usually get the product itself. Usually goes down here in the corner. I mean, it's a formula you can stick to, but formulas are also made to be messed with and broken. It's like rules. So it's just, this is just a standard formula, because you've got, you know, your tagline, your catchy phrase up here, kind of fits in with whatever's going on up here, and then you've got all your stuff down here, the super cool stuff that sets it apart from any other product, the logo, and of course the product itself down here, just to back up, you know, and also to have a visual association to the actual product. So anyway, that's my little rant. So I'm gonna have to actually go back in, and I don't know if I actually have this file in here. We'll see if I can place it. That's, what's it called? Samsung PSD. That's interesting. I'll open this guy up just to see what's going on. Yeah, that's another one too that I messed with. Yeah, I don't want that one. I want my special one. Image 97073. So we're going to go into here, file, place, make sure I'm on the correct program and layer. And we can keep it on the logo there if we wish. Gonna link that guy, we're gonna place it, and it's gonna come in huge, this thing. And I'm gonna scale it down. Ooh, right on. So now I got this going on over here. Some logo goes over here. You might want to enlarge this just a little bit. Keep in mind that there is bleed going on here also, so I should maybe reduce this image just a little bit, just to give me an idea of what's going on. Because there's my bleed area. So this is technically the size I have to work with, this physical size. And we're just going to get my rulers out and make sure, you know, everything lines up. I'd actually like to make sure this is